The night was a boiling pot of noise, neon, and anger. The Turtles had just come back from a close call with the Foot Clan. They won, sure, but it wasn't clean. Leo called it sloppy. Raphael called it real. Then came the shouting. Again. "You never think, Raph." Leo's voice echoed off the brick walls of the lair. "Maybe I wouldn't have to if you actually listened instead of barking orders." Raphael growled back, fists clenched. Splinter tried to intervene. Donnie tried to explain. Mikey tried to joke. Nothing worked. Raphael stormed out into the city night, his twin Psy clinking at his side, his fury hotter than the manholes he passed. Raphael had always preferred the streets. Out here, there were no lectures, no rules, just justice. He hunted alone now, lurking through alleys, taking down petty crooks with swift, bone-breaking violence. Drug deals, muggings, gang beatdowns. He tore through them like thunder in the dark. Tonight was no different. He'd just taken down 3 thugs trying to mug an old man outside a liquor store when he heard it, a woman scream. Short, sharp. Then silence. Raphael sprinted down a side street, heart thumping. He rounded the corner, expecting a fight, but it was too late. The woman lay slumped against the alley wall, her body torn open, blood pooling beneath her like a shadow. Her eyes were wide with terror, her throat ripped, not sliced. The wound was ragged, animalistic. Something primal. But what caught Raphael's attention was the blood trail leading to a storm drain, grate wide open. He crouched, sniffed the air. Rot, iron, something else sold. He dropped in without hesitation. The deeper Raphael moved into the sewers, the stranger it got. The tunnels down here weren't the ones he and his brothers used. These were older, forgotten. The brickwork was cracked and soaked in moss. The smell of sewage mixed with something metallic and wrong. Then he saw it, a boot print in blood. Huge, not human. He followed, stepping through the darkness with quiet precision, side drawn and ready. A scraping sound echoed from deeper in the tunnel. Then silence. He turned a corner and froze. At the far end of the tunnel stood a hulking figure, tall, broad, unmoving. Jason Voorhees. The hockey mask caught the faint light. His tattered coat was soaked in blood, and in his hand, a rusted machete, stained dark and dripping. They stared at each other. Then Jason charged. Raphael dodged the first swing, the machete slicing into the concrete wall behind him. He rammed his shoulder into Jason's gut, knocking him back, then slashed across Jason's arm with both sides. Jason didn't flinch. He backhanded Raphael, sending him crashing into the slimy wall. The turtle groaned, but rolled just in time to avoid the machete slicing into where his neck had been. Raphael kipped up and stabbed both sides into Jason's chest. Still nothing. Jason lifted him off the ground with one hand, Raphael's feet kicking. With a roar, Raph pulled the Psy out and stabbed him into Jason's shoulder and neck, forcing the killer to drop him. Blood oozed thick and black. But Jason didn't fall. He just watched. Jason vanished into the tunnels. For the next hour, Raphael was hunted like prey. The sewer lights flickered. Every shadow was a possible threat. Sometimes he saw Jason ahead, just for a second. Sometimes behind. Once, Raphael found a corpse, then another, and another, all mutilated, all dumped here like trophies. Jason wasn't just killing. He was collecting. Raph's breathing grew ragged. Sweat mixed with grime. The darkness around him twisted, and he started seeing things. His brothers, Splinter, all lying dead, eyes gouged out. "No," he whispered. "It's not real." But Jason was. He crashed through a tunnel wall, grabbing Raphael by the throat and slamming him into the muck. "You want a monster?" Raphael screamed, unleashing every ounce of rage inside him. He struck with a whirlwind of blows, slicing across Jason's legs, chest, mask. He headbutted the killer, cracking the mask slightly. Still, Jason fought like an engine of hate, smashing through Raphael's defenses. But now Raph wasn't just fighting to win. He was fighting to kill. He jabbed one side through Jason's eye hole, the point disappearing into the skull with a crack. Jason dropped to one knee. Raphael looked around. Pipes, valves, wires, yes. He leapt onto a walkway, slashed a hanging steam pipe, then jammed both sides into a control box. Sparks flew. Jason staggered toward him, but then boom. The pipe ruptured, flames igniting the gas leaking nearby. A firestorm swallowed Jason. His body twisted in the inferno, arms flailing, mask melting. Silence. Smoke. Raphael limped out of the burning tunnel, body bruised and bleeding. He found a ladder and climbed into the cold night. He was alone. The city breathed above him, like nothing had happened. But down below, the fire sizzled, the water boiled, and from the depths, a gloved hand emerged, fingers curled around a half-melted machete.